Touchdown, Alabama, let's get it.
The process, no one can stop this. Hottest show in the streets, I bet you can't top this. Rammer, jammer, yellow hammer, come see how we rock this. Alabama fans the best, there's no way you can top this. Recruiting news and interviews, just sit back and watch this.
Recruiting news and interviews, just sit back and watch this.
The process.
Justin Smith here, the scouting and recruiting analyst of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Welcome to the process, Crimson Tide Recruiting. Be sure to subscribe to Touchdown Alabama on YouTube to stay updated on everything Alabama football recruiting with the process. And yours truly, Alabama is looking to add on to their 2020 recruiting class heading into the traditional signing period in February, as they will look to host a couple of those guys in the latter part of this month and in the early part of the month of February. We are currently in a dead period, which means that no school is able to host any recruits at this particular point in time for official visits or unofficial visits. On January 17th, schools will be able to resume hosting guys for visits, and Alabama will look to host some of their top targets in the 2020 class. And one of those guys is three-star defensive back Ennis Rakestraw Jr. out of Duncanville High School in Duncanville, Texas. Rakestraw is a guy whose recruitment has really heated up over the last couple of months, heading into the traditional signing period, picking up offers and offers. This guy is a kid who really had to work to gain the attention of some of the top Division I schools in the nation, as some have recently offered him over the last couple of months. This is a guy who was once denied an invitation to an All-American camp, and we are going to dive into a deep conversation with Rakestraw Jr. about his journey of being an underdog and becoming one of the top DB targets in the nation heading into the traditional signing period right here on the process. So you're not going to want to miss that. So stay updated right here on the process. But before we dive deeper into that, I'm going to hit you guys with some recruiting updates. Alabama will host a junior day on February 1st, and it's already shaping up to be a huge event with multiple 5-stars expressing to me that they will be on the campus of the University of Alabama on February 1st. One of those guys is the number one cornerback in the 2021 recruiting class and 5-star defensive back Tony Grimes, 5-star defensive end, number one defensive end in the nation. Tommy Shea Adelaide has also expressed to me that he is trying to get down to Tuscaloosa on Junior Day as well. So it should be a star-studded event in Tuscaloosa on February 1st, so they will host a large number of the top targets in the 2021 recruiting class. So stay updated on TouchdownAlabama.com as we will continue to provide updates on Alabama's Junior Days as guys continue to express that they will be in Tuscaloosa on February 1st. Something else to keep a note on in terms of Alabama 2020 recruiting class is the fact that they want to add on a tight end to this class. One of the top targets was Brandon Fraser, a 3-star tight end, a 6'7" guy out of Texas as well. Jeff Banks visited Fraser at his home in the month of December, heading into the early signing period as Alabama was looking to build a relationship with Fraser, but at the moment Alabama is not expecting a visit from Fraser. He said he doesn't have any type of visit set to Tuscaloosa at the moment, but he does have a visit set to Arkansas and Auburn, and that's what I think his decision is going to come down to. Anyway, I think it's an Arkansas and Auburn battle at this moment, especially with Chad Morris, Arkansas's former head coach, joining Gus Malzahn and the Auburn Tigers on Auburn staff and as an offensive coordinator. And Brandon Fraser was once verbally committed to Arkansas at one point. He already has that connection with Chad Morris, and Chad Morris' departure from Arkansas to Auburn was one of the reasons that he decommitted from the Razorbacks in the first place. So that's something to keep a note on, as Alabama could possibly look for another tight end target, whether that is a graduate transfer or another tight end target in the 2020 recruiting class. We will keep you guys updated on all of that on TouchdownAlabama.com. But to get this show started today, I do have a recruiting question. Be sure to send your recruiting question in on the process at 205-440-3968. But I'm going to go to that question right now. So with that being said, let's get the process started.
Hello, sir. My name is Jeremy, and I'm in Minnesota. And my question is, what is the difference between an official and an unofficial visit? Thank you very much, and I'll look forward to the next video. God bless and roll tide.
The biggest differences between an unofficial visit and an official visit is the fact that during an unofficial visit, the recruit is responsible for all of their expenses, and they can take as many unofficial visits to as many schools as possible. There's no limit or no number limit on how many unofficial visits a potential recruit can take. An unofficial visit is usually a day. The recruit gets to go on campus, gets to view the campus, gets to view a lot of different things. But during an official visit, a recruit is only able to take 5 official visits in total. All of their expenses are covered. The university covers all of those expenses, including travel, their eating expenses, their overnight stay expenses. The school takes care of all of those expenses, and they really try to show that potential recruit their entire culture and their entire university. The recruit gets to take a deeper look into the university during the official visit. So there's a good way to gauge where a guy is when you're looking at a potential recruit that a school wants. If that potential recruit wants to take an official visit there, he's seriously considering that school. He wants to take a deeper look at their program. So that's the biggest difference between an unofficial and an official visit. We are now joined by 3-star defensive back Ennis Rakestraw Jr. out of Duncanville High School in Duncanville, Texas. For those of you who may not know who Rakestraw is, I am going to provide some information on the 3-star defensive back in his story, which is a story I think that anybody and everybody can get behind. Rakestraw's a guy who came into his senior season without holding a single Division I FBS offer. He also attempted to attend an Under Armour All-America camp heading into his senior season, but he was denied entry because they said it was too small and basically was not good enough to attend the camp. He has used those setbacks as determination and motivation to push himself to now be one of the top defensive back targets in the 2020 recruiting class heading into the traditional signing period, earning offers from the likes of Alabama, Georgia, Missouri, and a couple of other schools. He has official visits set to Missouri, Alabama, and Georgia heading into the traditional signing period. Alabama will host them on January 24th, and I had to get Rakestraw on the process to basically talk about what went into his recruitment process in his journey from being an underdog to one of the top defensive targets in the nation. How's it going today, Ennis?
We're going good.
We're doing good right here on the process as well. Ennis, could you walk us through your recruitment process, being overlooked for so long and you using that as motivation to reach the point where you are at now? Could you basically walk us through that?
It was just a lot of being dedicated and believing what you can do, buy into the game, work out hard, work on your crafts, perfect your game.
And I know you talked about being denied entry into the Under Armour football camp as a turning point in your recruitment, a turning point in your viewpoint as a football player and your abilities on the gridiron. Could you talk us through how you use that as motivation to be one of the top defensive back targets right now?
Yes, sir. When I wasn't led into the All-American camp, that's what really just put me on a whole different level. I felt like that everybody had to pay that I played against. And when I had that, it just made me extremely confident. And can't nobody stop me when I'm confident.
Yeah, and that confidence has shown in your game, but I know that the motivation and determination of moments like that really push you. But what are some of the things you have been working on the field to be a better player at the next level and be one of the top defensive backs possibly once you get to the college level?
Just knowing my role in the defense, guessing jumping routes on time, just watching how receivers move and how they break on their routes so I can contribute in the game.
And the last question I wanted to hit you on is, what is your goals heading into the next level? No matter which school that you choose, what is your goals heading into that next level as a football player as well as a person?
I want to graduate college, but as the football aspect, I just want to put on for my city, put on for everybody who supported me and the people that's not here today.
Thank you so much for joining us today on The Process, Ennis. Thank you all so much for watching The Process on Touchdown Alabama's YouTube page. The Process will premiere on Touchdown Alabama's YouTube every Monday and Wednesday every week. Be sure to subscribe to TouchdownAlabama.com to stay updated on everything Alabama football. We also will roll out our yearly annual print issue very shortly, which to it, talk about Lower Does, of course, the cover of that. Be sure to call into the process at 205-440-3968. Again, that's 205-440-3968. Call into the process, leave your recruiting question via voicemail. Also, download the Touchdown Alabama app. It is located in the Apple App Store as well as the Google Play Store, so be sure to download the Touchdown Alabama app so we can keep providing you guys with constant updates on Alabama football and Alabama football recruiting. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting recruiting analyst with Touchdown Alabama magazine.
Process.